Hello viewers, today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful dress that can be worn by a baby who is 7 to 1 year old. And when doing this working, you realize that the dress, this is the yoke which is separate from the dress. The yoke is just starting at towards the hinge of the dress. This is where the yoke is fixed, and so you will learn with me how to fix the dress. The dress is just fixed from here, and then from there a small extent of the yoke is going out, and the dress come out with 3 layers. Plus it has a belt, and at the back it has a lace which is acting as or playing the role of the buttons. So welcome to this tutorial, and kindly ensure that you make the learners learn the same. Now, when doing this work, we will need two yarn or with a single type. I bought it in my country, Kenya, the small baby yarn. You also need a hook which is 4 millimeters in size. You will need these markers for marking this part of the arm. You will also need some scissors when doing this work. So welcome to my tutorial, and kindly do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, we will start our project by making a slip knot. Just as shown in the video, don't make a big one, don't exaggerate the size. Then from there, we are going to make 96 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue and make 96 chains. We will connect for more instructions. Okay, we've already made 96, so we are going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and start our first double crochet at chain 4. Then put another double crochet in the following stitch. Chain 1 and skip 1 stitch. So this is what we get. Now from there we will be putting 2 stitches following one another and not in the same space. Then we chain 1, we skip 1 chain, then go to the next 2 and put 2 double crochet following one another until we approach the end of the round. The last 3 stitches towards the end of the round. Chain 1, then skip 1, put 2 double crochet following one another. Remember not to twist your chain. Okay, this is what we have. I'll demonstrate once more. Chain 1, skip 1, go to the next, put 2 double crochet following one another. Then chain 1, then skip 1 chain, go to the next and put a double crochet, then a double crochet in the next. Chain 1. So you continue that way until we approach the end of the round. Okay, this is what we have. We've now approached the end of the round, so we are going to chain 1 and skip this stitch here. We are not going to chain 1, but we are going to put a stitch here. Then from there we chain 1, we skip this stitch. I'm lacking 2 stitches, but what I'm going to do is I'll skip, then from there I will actually not skip, I will just put a chain there. There will be as if there is a gap because there is a chain, then I put technically another stitch on the side of the same stitch, and there I go. So I have 2 stitches and a chain, then I chain 3, turn my work. After turning, you put a double crochet here, chain 1, go to the next group of 2, put 2 double crochet in the beginning chain, then 1 double crochet in the other, sorry, not chain but stitch, so that instead of 2 we have 3. We are growing the yoke, so that's why we are increasing. We chain 1, we land to the other 2. The first is the stitch double crochet should get 2 double crochet, then the next one just get 1, then you chain 1, land to the other pair, put 2 double crochet, then in the other double crochet, then you chain 1 and continue working that way. We are now increasing, meaning we are growing the yoke. Okay, we have approached the round. This is what we have made. So what you are going to do is chain 1, skip to this pair here, make double crochet and another double crochet, then chain 3, turn your work, put a double crochet on this stitch, and in this round we are not increasing, we are just putting 3 stitches on top of the already made 3 stitches, and chaining 1 where there is a need to chain 1, continue working. So finish this round and then another round where you'll be increasing as you repeat row 2, the row of increase. Then I'll meet you after you are through with that row. So once you finish this row, you repeat this one of increasing. Okay, this is how far we have gone in making the yoke of the dress. So what you do is you keep on doing a round of double crochet. Sorry, we have made 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next round which is coming is of 3 double crochet without increase, but we are going to respect the chaining. Every time you get where we are chaining, you chain 1. So continue a few more rows, alternating increase and free double crochet. Then we are going to meet. You continue depending on how big you want your dress to be. And I've already chained 3 here. So we are going to put our first double crochet here. Sorry, our first crochet. Second crochet here, then we chain 1 to respect this chain, and from there, because this was a round of increase, we are going now a free round without increasing, and when we come back we will do the increase. So alternate them a few rounds, then we are going to connect when we have already made our yoke. Chain 1, land to this group, no increase. This is not the row of increasing, but the next one we are going to do some increase. So make as big as you want yours to be. Chain 1, always respect the chain 1 and then continue. Now here is the yoke for the intended dress. I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds, and In these 9 rounds, we have 32 blocks. These are the blocks. We have 32 in number. So you can see I've already marked the armhole of this dress. So this armhole is taking 9 blocks, and the other armhole 9 blocks, that totals to 18, while the back, this is the back. Let me fold so that you can see this is the back. The back is also taking 7 blocks. We are going to chain 3 here to make this one a full blocks. A full block. So from here to this point we have 7, that is the back, and here we have 7. So what we are going to do now is we will chain 3 to create another block, so that these ones for the back can be enough. Then we are not going to turn. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you join your work with a slip stitch at the top of the last chain that we made here. Just look for the chain slowly and you get it. So you make a slip stitch, then you chain 1, 2, 3, and put a double crochet in the next stitch. So from here to here we have a block of 7 stitches. So we continue working, and this is the row of addition, and we are not going to do the armhole until we decorate the hinges. So we are going to put 2 double crochet here, and this is what we are going to do. We are going to do the addition in every block. But we are not going to create the armhole until we finish this round and a small decoration that we are going to do. When you come here, you respect the chain, you chain 1, and then you do the addition in the next block, and then continue doing double crochet until the end of the round. Do not create the armhole. When you meet the mark, you just work where it is and move on without creating the armhole. Chain 1. Then this is the area where we are going to create the armhole. You skip the mark and you continue working. Do the addition in this block and move round. Don't do the armhole. So this is what we have. Continue working. Okay, we've approached where we made a chain. So on the chain we are going to put double crochet until we connect with a slip stitch. So we connect our work with a slip stitch on the third chain here, and the chain 1. Now we are going to continue with another round, but we cannot continue at the side. We have to come back where and trace our center, because this is the back of the dress. So the center is on this stitch. So we are going to cut the yarn and come back, pull out that tail, then make a slip knot, not a very long one, come back and trace a center. So this is a block I told you we are going to create. Now when we say 1, 2, 3, and this is our center. The fourth stitch is our center. So we put our yarn so that we can start the work at the right place. Remember, this is the back and we are about to make the dress. Now once you do that, you chain 3 and then you put a front post in the same stitch, then skip the next stitch and go to the other one, put a top double crochet, then a front post, double crochet, skip 1 stitch again. So we are skipping this one, we come to this, put a top double crochet, then a front post. Now when you arrive where we have the chain, you just chain 1, go to the next stitch, put a top double crochet and then a front post and move on. Skip 1 stitch, go to the next, put a top front double crochet and then a front post. Check what I'm doing now in the video, skip this, go to the next, skip this, go to the last one in the block, chain 1, skip to the next block and work as shown in the video. So you can see what we are getting. We are going to work this way throughout the round. So continue working. Okay, we've approached the end of the round, and remember we have only marked the armhole but we have not created them, and we are 2 rounds above the armhole, the mark. So we are going to do the finishing and do the final rounds so that we can come now and create that armhole. So what you are going to do is continue with the pattern, skip this, come to the next, put a top double crochet, a front post, then what follows is a chain. So you chain 1, after chaining 1, come to this stitch, put a top double crochet and front post in the same stitch, then skip this and join your work with the slip stitch on top of the last chain that we made here. Then from there move to the main row, just two slip stitch, and then you land in the main row of this block. Remember this block is here, starting here and ending here. So once you make a slip stitch, you've already made the slip stitch. I will repeat the same. Okay, come in the middle here, make a slip stitch. Then from there, you can see this gap you've moved up with. You come in the gap and you skip these 2 giants here. Come to this space and put say a cluster of 7 double crochet. The same space, so we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 7. So we have 7 there. Skip to 1, 2, X, or these blocks, these 2 blocks, put a slip stitch. That is what will happen. Then from there, there is this other chain here. Put again another cluster of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then skip these pairs, skip this and this, go to the middle and put a slip stitch. So you can see what we are getting, and we will continue this way until the end of the round. Kindly note, we are putting a cluster parallel to these chains. Let me demonstrate once more. This is now the chains. The chain is here. You put a cluster of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 with you. Then skip this and this, go to the middle and put a slip stitch so that your work looks that way. So continue working until the end of the round. Okay, we are approaching the round, finishing of the round. So we are going to complete it. And this is what we are going to do. I have already put the last pan. Now we put a slip stitch. 1, 2, and we put it right here. And by so doing, we have completed the round. Then we chain 1 and cut the yarn. Remember, we have pull through the tail. Now remember, we have not created armholes. These are our marked armholes. Now we are going to create them. And this is what we are going to do. We will start creating our dress from this line. Check the line. We are not starting our dress on top here. We will go inside and start making our dress in this line. This line, which is already marked by this mark. So we will not start our dress here, but we will go inside down to this line. So I have already made a slip stitch, so I am going to come here and look for the center in this block, and the center is on this stitch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, then the center is here. So I just put my slip stitch here. It is already here. I pull it through and make sure it is a small size. Now I pull it through and make okay, how many? And let's count how many stitches. 1, 2, these are 6, so I'll make 5. 1, 2, 2, 3. Now I'll make 3 because I want to start attaching here, not behold here, or I'll use this chain to do the attachment. So I've then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I move to this chain again. There is a chain here. That is where I'll be attaching my yarn with a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I move again, skip the block, and come to this area here and put a slip stitch. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip a block, go to where we have the stitch. go to where we have the chain and put your yarn there, put your slip stitch there. Remember, don't change the line. So you continue that way until the end of the round. Then we are going to meet and finish. Continue that way until you get to the area of the armhole. Okay, we've reached where we have the armhole, so we are going to remove the mark and put a slip stitch, and I have already done it. So what we are going to do is we are going to chain 13 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we skip the armhole and go below or go to this area where we have the chain, where we have the mark, and put our slip stitch below the mark slightly. And when we do that, we already have our first armhole, which is here. Now we continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then skip and block, and put your stitch. Your single crochet. You continue that way until the end of the round. Putting hand. So this is our first armhole. Okay, we've arrived where we have the other mark. So I'm about to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then skip the part of the armhole. Go to where we have the other mark. This is the other mark. You go and you put 1, 2. You put your slip stitch here, where under the mark, just below the mark. Not where the mark is, just below the step or around below the mark. Then you continue now chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, this is our second armhole. So from there we are going to complete our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Now you're supposed to count 1, 2, 3. You put in number 3, not 4, so we've missed. We repeat it. You come down 1, 2, 3. You put it here, the slip stitch. Then you chain again 5, 3, 4, 5, and skip and block and count from here. Count 1, 2, 3. You put your slip stitch in number 3. It is a bit tricky, but you have to move on. 1, 2, 3. So we are putting our slip stitch in number 3, chain number 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you come, there is a chain here, count 1, 2, 3. You put in number 3. Remember the chain that you were making earlier. So here we are going to chain 3, because it's not a whole block but a half block. So we chain 1, 2, 3, and then come to the chain here. The chain is here, and put our slip stitch. So we have completed the round. We just chain 1, 2, 3, and before we continue working, we have to review our work. So this is what we have. We are now going to bring our dress from inside, not from the hinge. We are going to do our dress from the inside. So what we do is we remove all the mark now. Their purpose is over. Their purpose is over because we have created the loops inside that will help us to fix the dress. So make sure that you're in number 3, 1, 2, 3, correct. 1, 2, 3, correct. So we start now making our dress from inside, not from the edge here. So we go to the loops. We have already chained 3. Here we have chained 3, so we go inside here and make 5. Sorry, we are not going to chain 3. What we are going to do is we are going to move our slip stitch inside the loop. Then from there we count how many we block as 1, 2, 3, 6. So we are going to make 6 double crochet inside here. We chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then make 5 more to add to 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have made 6 double crochet and we are counting the chain. Then from there we chain 1, go to the other loop which is here and make 6. 1, sorry, make 6 in double crochet. Some problem here. Make 6 in double crochet in this loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So before moving to the other loop, ensure that you chain 1. Then you skip you go to the other loop and make 6. And that's how we are going to do this work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are about to skip to the other loop, so we chain 1 and then continue with the other loop. So continue until we get to the part of the armhole. We've arrived to the part of the armhole where we made 13 chains. So what we are going to do is we are going to put 6 double crochet, 6 and double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then chain 1 and make 6 more because the armpit is this area is made up of 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then chain 1 and land to this block, a block which is here, and make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 1 and then go to the next loop. So continue making your blocks until we meet at the end of the round. When you reach the area of the armhole, you just do exactly what we've done here. We have arrived to the other area of the armhole, and remember we made 13 chains, so we are going to make two blocks, two blocks of 6 2. Sorry, we have to chain one here before starting. I'm sorry. So we chain one, then we start creating a block. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then you chain one. We are through now with this block. We start another one. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we chain one and then go to the other loop and start making another block. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Chain one and then jump to the other loop. So continue that way until we finish the round. Okay, we are through with the loops. Now we are going to join our work with a slip stitch and then chain 1 2 3 and review what we have now, what we've made. Let's see what is going to happen. So this is our dress. This is the beginning of our dress. The dress will come from inside this area that we've already made. So this is the dress, and then this is this is the yoke. So we are going to start working the dress. Just free double crochet. We make around 4 rounds or 3 rounds. Not sure of how many rounds. Just free double crochet, and where you meet a chain you respect it. So we start moving. Once you meet a chain here, you chain one and then go to the other block and continue working, but don't increase. So we have met a chain here. Where there is a gap, you put another chain and then go to the other block. You can see what you are getting. Chain one, go to the block. So continue working and make 3 rounds or 4 rounds. Then we are going to meet and see what we are going to do to our dress. So you chain one. So this is what we are getting. And remember, this is the yoke, this is the dress. So continue the working. Okay, this is how far we have made our dress. You can see how it looks. And for these rows, I have made from here, I have made 8 of them, so you can make 8 or less. Then from there, we are now going to change. I have closed the slip stitch. We are now going to change the pattern. So we are going to chain 3. 1 2 3 and put a double crochet in the next chain, then chain 1, skip 1, and come to this area, put and double crochet, then and double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochet following one another, chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochet following one another until the end of the round. So this is what you get. Continue working. I'll meet you at the end of the round. We've approached the end of the round, so we are going to chain 1, skip 1, and then put a slip stitch on the chain, on the third chain that we made here. Sorry, put a slip stitch, then move a slip stitch ahead. From there, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to put 3 treble crochet. 1, sorry, those are 2 because the chain is counting. So we have 3. When we have 3, you chain 1, 2, and then repeat 3 more in the same space. Make 3 more in the same space. So you can see what we have. From there you chain 2. After chaining 2, move, skip this pair here, go to the other pair and put the same fan. One more. So you can see what we are making. Then you chain 2 again, then skip this pair, go to the next here and make the same pan. So you continue working until the end of the round. We are going to meet for more instructions. So continue and finish the round. Okay, we've arrived at the end of the round. So we are going to chain 2 and then put a slip stitch on the third chain that we made here, and chain here. Then from there chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and put our first treble crochet on the top of the treble crochet that was made earlier, and do as shown in the video. On top of this treble crochet you make another one. Then we have arrived in the middle we are going to make 2 treble crochet, then chain 2, chain 2, then put more 2 treble crochet in the same space, then continue now putting treble crochet on top of the treble crochets that were made earlier. This is what you get. Now you chain 2, move to the other pan, and continue putting treble crochet on top of the treble crochet that we made earlier. Once you arrive where we made the chain, you make it 4 treble crochet, but they should be separated by a chain. So you make 2 chains, then put 2 more in the same space. And see what I have done. Then we go back now to putting treble crochet on top of the treble crochets that we made earlier, 3 of them. Then from there we chain 2 and move to the other set or the other pan. So you can see what we are getting. Continue working until the end of the round. This is our work. Continue until the end of the round. Okay, we've arrived the end of the round, so we are going to chain 2 as usual, then put our slip stitch at the fourth chain. That is our here we are, then we chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue with our treble crochet without skipping any stitch that we made earlier. Now once you get here in this space of the chain, you put 2 treble crochet as usual, then chain 2, then 2 more in the same space, 2 more treble crochet in the same space, then you continue. Now once you come here where we were chaining 2, this time we are going to chain only 1, then go to the other group or the pan. continue working. Okay, we have come approached the end of the round that we were making. We are still continuing, so we chain one here. Sorry, let me show you what you do. Just put the last treble crochet, then chain one, put a slip stitch on chain number 4 here. So that is what you get. Then from there chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue with the treble crochet in every stitch or on top of every stitch that we made earlier. So the same thing that you are doing in the other areas is the same thing you are doing in this row. Ensure you don't skip any stitch before you put a treble crochet on top of it. So continue working till the end of the round. Okay, we have finished making this round that we were doing, the last round. This is how our work looks by far. So what we are going to do is we are going to close with a slip, we are going to make a final touch, chain one, and then we put a slip stitch on the fourth chain that we made earlier. Then from there we chain one and cut the yarn. Pull through, and then we are going to make a slip knot and start the next round afresh. So we have our slip stitch here. Make sure it is not exaggerated. Then from the tail come to the fan, and we are going to start our work at this point here from the inside. So you just turn your work this way, go to the chain which is here, and make a pan of 6 treble crochet, but they should be separated by a chain. So we chain 1, 2, 3, 4, then we start. The chain acts as our first treble crochet. We make the second one. So we have 2, we have 3, then chain 2, then put 3 more. So this is what we have. You can see we have formed a pan just like this resembles the first one that we made here. So from there, you will be putting this pan in this area of the Honda pan. You just turn it this way, you put there, of course you connect with a chain, all this round, that is how you will be putting. So then, after making this now and knowing where you are going to be fixing, we will continue chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then set yourself for a triple crochet. Come all the way from this span to the next one, the joint where I showed you, and put your first triple crochet. Then the second one, then the third one, then chain 2, more triple crochet, 3 of them, the same space, 1, 2, 3. So you can see we have created this one, we are repeating it here, then chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set yourself for a triple crochet, move all the way to the pan, middle of the pan, and then make another small pan. So we have 1, we have 2, 3, then chain 2, chain again, 1, 2, 3. So this is how we will continue until the end of the round. So we are starting this span again, the second row. So continue working. Okay, this is how our work looks by now. We have completed the second pan. I'm going to show you what I did. We will just put the slip stitch on the fourth chain that we made during when we starting this round. Then chain 1 and cut the yarn because we are about to start the third pan. Now, what we are going to do is just make a slip stitch and start the third pan as we started this one. So we are starting the third one here. Pull through and chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then treble crochet and make 2 to hand to make them 3 up together with the chain. So we have 3, then we chain 2 and 3 more treble crochet in the same space. 1, 2, 3. Can see we've started here another pan, then you chain 5 and you go to the next pan and do the beginning or start another pan. 1, sorry, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 more treble crochet, so this is how you are going to work, and from here you are going to make enough pants for your dress. Then we will meet to do the finishing of the arms and the neck. Okay, this is how we are going to do the final finishing of our dress when it is in when you've made the many rounds that you wanted. So you close with a slip stitch, then from there you chain 1 and then put half double crochet in every stitch until we get to the middle here. And see what we are getting, a very final crocheting. Then from there in the middle you put 2 half double crochet, then 1 chain, then 2 more half double crochet, and then you proceed putting half double crochet in every stitch until the end of the round. When you come to this space, you just chain 1 and then proceed to the next fan. So you can see what we have. This is our finishing. Continue and go round. Okay, we have completed finishing the edge of this dress, so you can see how they look. So we are going to do the final touches where we will put our lace for we will play the role of the button at the back here. So just made a chain just like the one we made when we were starting to work. So we are going to insert it in the crossbody openings so that we can now complete the working. So what we are going to do is we insert after doing that you come with the lace and take it through this hole here at the opening, then you change the pin to the other end. Take the other end and make sure this one is not very long because it is not going to move anymore or negotiate it anymore. We are negotiating this one. So from there you come to the next opening here, put your lace, go to the opposite direction, put the lace, come to the other opposite, do the same. You can see how I'm negotiating using this pin. So we are going to negotiate it up to the top, and remember this opening are corresponding, so don't skip any. If you skip any, there will be a problem. You can see what we have formed. So continue working until you end at this corner here, this one, so that we can tie with this. Okay, we have reached the end, the last opening. This is here, so we just insert, and the lace is going to go. It will now play the role of the buttons. Just tie the lace the way you want it to be, and you trim these tails. Use your scissors to trim the tails. I've also made another lace which will play the role of the button, the belt, and I'm going to insert it this way to have a belt for our dress. So you can see what I'm doing, just alternating these openings. So this is what is coming out. We continue working. You can use your crochet to do the same. You can use your free hands. So continue working and put the lace, the belt.